I'll just bring up what I heard unofficially is that ivermectin, it does create a lot of diarrhea and possibly prolapse of the anus. So, of course, I was wishing that upon Milo and Joe Rogan, but I don't know. I mean,
much respect to people who are like, I'm above that. I would never wish ill on somebody in that way. I would, and I do every day, and you can't stop me. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Every time that you try to shame me for it, I'm gonna wish even more ill on more people.
Yeah, no, as far as I'm concerned, that's the best praxis.
Who says that to you people? What kind of virgin doesn't wish ill on people like Joe Rogan?
Blue check mark Twitter.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's like a very specific type of Twitter lib who's like, rise above. I'm with her. And it's those same kind of people. And it's like, you can't, I'm not going to feel bad. I won't do it. Some people deserve ill.
Yeah, some people move forward a little differently.
It's always the comment section, really. It's just, that's where you always see these people, is the comment section. I don't have these interactions in real life where I'm just hanging out talking and people are like, bro, you really shouldn't wish ill upon people, because I don't have these conversations in real life. I mean,
fuck that shit. Like, people are like, don't speak ill of the dead. Like, what are they going to do? They're dead.
Yeah, fight me. I'll probably win because they're dead.
How would you feel if you were dead and people were talking about you?
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
Although, if I could, I would just be excited that people are talking about me. Who doesn't love attention?
Any press is good press. Any press is good press.
If I've lived my life in a way that like people are discussing me in like detail in like passionate ways after I die, I'm not going to be mad about that. That's fine. I'm all right.
That's the goal. That's the goal. I mean, why do we post so hard, right? I mean, they won't remember us after we're dead.
Yeah, you light the fuse for a reason.
I'm not clocking in at like 12 hours of Twitter screen time a day for you to not talk about me. What kind of psychopath do you think I am?
The next posting president, obviously.
Exactly, right. 2024.
Right. We have to keep reminding people, because we don't have the $200 Balenciaga hoodies that say that yet. So
That's true. Big things coming. Watch this.
That's unofficial. Yeah, I feel like that's the unofficial title of this week's episode, because it's definitely, I think it's going to be important moments in history. Did Justine come up with that, or
that's our working title?
Yeah.
At the very least.
Well, there's maybe more gems out there. I mean, we've yet to see. We didn't dig too deep on the whole Joe Rogan, Milo, ivermectin. Maybe that's all there needs to be said, is that these two people that are very deeply despised got, what you would hope for. They talk all this shit about the COVID and they caught it, which is hilarious. And then they take the weird drugs, which is even more hilarious. So
yeah,
I would return to that briefly, just to say that not only is Milo yabba dabba doo, not only is he sick with COVID, which great, and not only is he taking the horse paste, which great, he has uploaded photos to the World Wide Web of him injecting like the horse paste, or like immediately post injection, where like he took a picture of the needle and then he took a picture of like
I saw
the blood in his arm.
Wait, hold on.
Nasty.
You injected?
I don't know if you're supposed to, but he certainly did.
These fucking psychos are injecting horse paste?
Thank you. Yes.
Oh my god.
Like intravenously, or
it looked like it. It was a little bit too much blood to be intramuscular. We're entering my area of expertise. Like, but like, I was like, that's what I was going to say, was like, I've never actually related more to Milo than like desperately needing attention online and just injecting ill-advised drugs into your body and just being like, yeah, this is my brand now. This is what I do. And it's like, yeah, man, I get it now. Like, me and him have a little bit in common.
I lost my book deal. Now this is what I am.
The quote unquote science behind the horse paste thing is very, well, that's why I say quote unquote. There's no science behind it. It's a veterinary drug. And, I saw this great post that it was just a screenshot of somebody's post that was like, Donald's not feeling well. Somebody I've got the ivermectin. Somebody tell me exactly what to do. Explain it to me like I'm a kindergartner. I'm doing that accent to just, play up the, my perception of who is asking this question, which the response was the funniest part, was somebody saying like, yes, I don't trust any of these professionals in the medical institutions. They're morons, but I'm going to take this horse medicine. Someone please explain how to do it like I'm a kindergartner. I don't get it, you guys. Like, how is that better than the vaccine? Or
It can't be better than the vaccine whatsoever. But like, as someone who does love ketamine, I do understand the pull that veterinary drugs can have. Like, is that what it is? Do they just like, they just wanted to see, like, they're just having a good time and this is how they're covering up for it?
We should go for the ketamine while they're distracted by the horse paste.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start like fucking ripping lines of K and being like, I don't believe in the CDC.
I'm immune.
is this how ketamine got started? Did people just say like, hey, let's try this horse tranquilizer? Is that kind of where?
I have to imagine that there was just like a vet tech somewhere who just like,
fuck it.
Yeah, they just really wanted to see what was up. Like, they had like a rough weekend and they like stumbled into work like on Monday and they're like, let's just give it a shot.
Well, shout out to Matt Moyer, who's not with us tonight. He had a great post about the Donda apologist joke makers to ketamine and ivermectin joke posting pipeline. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
But, we're sending our love to Matt and Kim, who are both dealing with different things in life they need to do instead of podcasting. But I will say to all the listeners, welcome to another episode of the Succ. We decided we were going to actually do introductions at the top of the show this week. So I'm Phil.
I'm Ashley.
I'm WM.
And I'm Justine.
Amazing. We did it, you guys.
We did it. I'm really proud of us. And again,
Our
shout out to Matt and Kim, who have developed new personal Afghanistans, and that's why they're off.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not talking about happy drum and keyboard duo Matt and Kim from.
Oh no, I didn't even realize they're Matt and Kim.
That is amazing.
I used to be really into them when I was like, I had that weird like twee like birds on stuff phase, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were listening to like Grizzly Bear too.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think a lot of us had that moment. It was like 3 weeks in like 2014. It's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't have that phase, but I do, I have a kind of a dislike of Grizzly Bear for how often that one song, 2 weeks, always comes on any Spotify playlist ever. You could be listening to, children's songs, Old MacDonald, and then 2 weeks just hits you right out. I'm like, why? How is this happening right now? How much money did their label pay Spotify? That's what I want to know.
That's like a deep industry plant, is Grizzly Bear.
Specifically that song, 2 weeks. It's the only one I know of them at this point.
Yeah. I don't think we have enough Grizzly Bear conspiracy theories. I think we need to really mine that.
We're not talking about this enough, and I will be hosting a ticketed Twitter space about this.
I'm gonna start a subreddit.
Oh yeah, that's how you know like something has become a thing, when there's a subreddit for it. That's also when you know it's time to exit that community.
Here comes the fandom.
Well, speaking of exiting communities, can you guys catch me up on our show notes? Say piss guys. What is the what's the story about piss guys?
Oh, so I think because we are missing Matt, I wanted to take this opportunity to tell a story about him and give him no chance to defend himself whatsoever.
That is so fair.
Because
especially from you, though.
Yeah. Because he lives to like make me look bad on the show. There was the Epstein situation, and then he tried to blame our talk about penile implant surgeries solely on me, when that was very much a joint venture, Matt.
Hey, if you're on a jog, you have a choice. You don't have to engage with
the phone down.
With the implant.
Yeah, I definitely took issue with that story. I was like, why is he looking at his phone on the jog? Like, but this is the life of a poster, right? You got.
It's incredible. He's just bad at jogging. Like, that's but yeah. So the other day, and this one, I can say this was not a joint venture. This came out of nowhere. He said, "Did I ever show you the piss guy?" And I was like, "What?" And he sent
this guy.
The piss guy. And it was a video that he sent me of a guy at like it was some kind of outdoor festival, like a Bonnaroo or like a Lollapalooza, but like the British version, whatever. I don't even know that it was British. It just felt British to me, honestly. It had a British energy in like that repulsive way.
There was a lot of beans on toast at this festival, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was just a bunch of people with like very bad teeth just carrying around little plates of beans and toast. But so the video took place around this like weird outdoor urinal situation, and there was a guy who had like little like plastic Dixie cups, and he was just sticking it in the fucking urinals, and then he would like wait for someone to use the urinal and like hope that they would pee in the cup, and he would just grab it and like just like chug it. But what got me about it was not only that he was doing this, he was doing it right in front of the people who had clearly just pissed. And they like, what do you do in that situation when you were just like at a festival, you peed, and then some guy just grabs it and drinks it on you?
I mean, I'd be like, bro, all you had to do is ask.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Is I guess it would be very weird, but would you try to get your piss back? Like, would you be like, no, that's mine?
Well, like forcibly gagging the person, like so that he.
No, before he drinks.
How do you get your piss back?
No, before he drinks it. Like, if you saw him grab the cup that you apparently didn't notice was there before. If you saw him grab the cup, like,
absolutely
what do you do? Are you like, hey,
no?
You keep it.
Yeah,
no, I don't want anything to do with a cup full of my piss. Like, I don't even like to do the whole, for the doctor cup. Like, that's I don't want to touch it.
Yeah. It is really messed up when you go to the doctor and do that, and they don't give you like the little courtesy paper towel to hold it with. Like, do you think I'm some kind of animal?
People with penises are lucky in that situation. Yes.
You're right. Yeah. I can't imagine how easier that has to be.
Peeing on my hand.
Yeah, because that cup is not very big. Thought about it, but yeah, no, I haven't either. The cup is not very big. It really isn't. Like, it's barely big enough for that.
I'm actually grateful for the small size, because too many times I've had to take the pee test when it's like first thing in the morning. I'm so hungover and I can't even piss like an ounce. I'm like, I'm so glad this cup is small, because I feel like I've done my job at least.
I always feel like a scumbag if I can't make it to the line. Like, I'm really sorry.
They're like, we don't even need to test this. Like,
for me, it's always we didn't need anywhere near this much, but I'm
just slopping out everywhere.
There's a dude standing right over there that would be happy to take this for you. He just got back from some festival in Britain.
I've almost in all my life always taken those for health reasons, but I was on parole at one point in my life, and I did have to take a drug test. And I gotta tell you guys, I hated they would make you piss in front of someone to make sure you weren't using any fake piss. And that was so difficult for me. Like I have a hard time pissing in a public bathroom, period. Like, cause with urinal situations, sometimes there's just no privacy. And I'm just like, can't do it. Not going to happen. Like my bladder is like so mad and angry and like I'm in deep pain, but yet
you still can't do it.
Fright or something still will not allow it to come out. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah,
so terrible.
Between like jail and then the methadone clinic and then like inpatient rehab, if I had a shy bladder at this point, I think I would have died. Like of some kind of like urinary tract disease. Because there's no privacy in any of those 3 institutions at all. You just made me realize how much in my life, for someone who doesn't have any kind of like sexual like piss kink, I've had people watch me pee so much, like a scary amount. Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, this brings it right back to Piss Guy because you have so many opportunities that you should have been reimbursed for when you think about it. I mean, or at least a lot of exploited labor there.
Yeah, I fumbled the bag on that. Why was I not capitalizing on these opportunities?
So do you think with this Piss Guy, is it a kink like we're talking about now, or is it more of a urine therapy? Because that to me circles back to the whole ivermectin thing, these alt medicine types with this guy. Like I need this type of piss, so I'm going to go get it.
I think I would sleep better probably if I could believe that it was like an alt medicine thing. But the way that this guy just gobbled the piss down like a greedy little pig, he did. Like he was clearly like, from the moment someone would like step into the little urinal section, he was like eat up about it. And then, like I said, he's just gobbling it down like a filthy little piss monster. So like, it's gotta be a sexual thing.
No one gets that excited about medicine, no matter how fucking alternative it is.
Exactly.
Filthy little piss monster.
Not even Joe Rogan like chugging his ivermectin was that like over the top, I'm sure. And that's
a great point.
It's Joe Rogan.
I just, that imagery of Joe Rogan, he definitely chugged the ivermectin. He didn't inject it. Like Milo probably did for whatever reason, but Joe Rogan was just like, I'm going to fucking pound this horse face.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. It just seems fair.
Yeah, I like to think that they both consumed it in ways that like really fit their personalities. Like Milo is like very dramatic, like theater kid energy. So of course he did like a photo shoot with the injection. And then Joe Rogan is just a shaved ape that they gave a podcast mic to. And so he's just like pounding it in. He like mixed it into pre-workout, actually.
Yeah. Joe Rogan mixed.
He shotguns that shit.
Yeah. He shotgunned it with the hardest nipples anyone's ever seen.
The only sure things in life are death, taxes, and Joe Rogan's hard nipples.
So hard and pale. I guess the pale part was the weirdest part. Like no areolas.
His nipples are just, it's straight flesh to like nipple. Like there's no boundary. It's very odd situation.
And even the nipple was like flesh colored. It's bizarre to me. Like how? Anyway, sorry, I digress.
The whitest guy. Every part of him is one color.
Yeah,
I did have some more questions about the piss thing. I got to get back to that. This is important.
This is gonna live rent free in Phil's head for weeks.
I'm sorry, but this the piss kink, has it been strong for a long time and it's just now getting recognized, or did it really come up in the last couple of years? Did piss become more popular as a joke, or
Yeah, I feel like it's like a bit on the internet now, like the piss thing. So now like everybody's like, like
cum ran its course. People are tired of cum, so they got to go back to piss at this point.
I never thought I'd live in a world where like cum became passé. Like you're still doing cum. It's all about piss this year. Like it's just such a very weird place to be.
That is so 2017. Cum? Are you serious? We're on piss now.
That's the thing, is just that cum is so 2000 and late. And
exactly. Piss is very hot though, and I will bring up something that's kind of so,
right around 98, 99 usually.
But I did see something that related to this story I wanted to bring up. A friend of ours, friend of the show, Jordan Joestar, Cloud Black, everybody loves him, posted a picture. I never know with Jordan where he gets the stuff that, I have to assume it wasn't in his personal life, but I don't know. But he posts a picture of this guy. He's like at a bar. He's ordering a drink, right? He's standing there with the bartender and she's holding up her phone. Right. It's like a normal, like you would be waiting, behind this guy to order, but he's just pissing, like just straight up, just like pissing on the bar while he's talking to this woman. It's very strange and hilarious. And what, the first time I saw it, I thought, wow, that's Jordan. That's hilarious. The next time I saw it, it had 10,000 shares. I'm like, what is happening? And then I came and started talking to other people about this image, and I went back to it to find it again, and it had like 24,000 shares. Like, what is happening right now?
The people love piss. It's 2008.
Yeah, piss is hot. He gave the people what they wanted, and what the people wanted was piss.
Did y'all see this?
Brazenly pissing on a bar is such big dick energy, dude.
I wish I was that brave. Question about it, because I've only just seen the image. I haven't seen like the post with it, like if there was any commentary or a caption or anything. I haven't seen any of that.
I believe it was just the picture, because you really can't. Not much can be added to that, and that's the beauty of it. I think
it's beautiful in its simplicity.
Well, something that did come out in the comment thread was the phrase "normalize piss," which I feel like just goes great in this conversation as we're discussing. Piss is very, 2021, and I think it's time to normalize it. I think it is.
See, as an opposing viewpoint, I don't, not to get on my my like trad wife shit, but I would like to stigmatize piss. Actually, denormalize, like. Simply too much of it for me. And maybe that's because of my friendship with Matt, and therefore my repeated exposure to piss guy videos. But I think I've reached my piss threshold. If not in perpetuity, at least like to the end of this quarter. Give me a break on piss just a little bit. It's a lot.
Sample cup's it's a lot full for Justine.
It's true. My cup runneth over with piss.
Oh, that's great. Well, okay. I think we need to keep that going. I want to see what other things Justine wants to stigmatize, because in fact, I think I'm just going to put this out there. You might want to consider a stigmatized piss shirt, because I'm pretty sure Cloud Black will have a normalized piss shirt.
Yeah, the war actually absolutely needs to be fought on this front.
Yes, this would be beautiful.
That's a great idea. I really love manufactured industry beefs, and I think the niche online clothing market needs to get into that territory, and it's very upsetting that it hasn't happened more.
Yeah, y'all need to start calling out each other's like secret children, and dresses and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start going after like Grift Shop on Twitter. Like, you are hiding a child. I don't. It'd be really good. This could be like a big shot in the arm for Kielbasa Garage, but I'm going to change the metaphor and say this could be a big chug of ivermectin for Kielbasa Garage. Because didn't your shop get like zucked or something this week? It did. And it was really weird. No, it's not. I had to totally remake it. And it was one of the weirdest like zucks I've ever gotten, because I'm very familiar with the territory. Yeah. I've been on my main Facebook account for maybe like a month out of this year so far. It's been really bad. But yeah, so I've never had this happen where my Facebook page, it didn't like get a warning for something and then like get taken down. It just disappeared. Like, I just suddenly today couldn't switch profiles into it. And when you like search for it, it doesn't bring it up. It just brings up like my backup one, which thank God I made that, I guess.
Yeah. But that's how dangerous you are, right? Like that must speak to your power.
Yeah, I am. I'm selling shirts that somehow amount to harmful extremist content. I think is
it's the piss industrial complex is very, they're very focused on your activities right now. They pretty much already knew what you were going to say on tonight's show, so they had to pull the rug out from under you before it was too late. I mean,
yeah, it's all the eye tracking and like hotspots or whatever the fuck they call that shit. They knew exactly what you were gonna do next.
They're doing like piss Pinkerton on me.
All the listeners, everyone, you need to go support Kielbasa Garage before the piss industrial, takes her down, which is soon. I think I can see that happening.
Yeah, I'm running on borrowed time here. Help, please, God.
Before we run out of piss talk, which seemed like we have plenty of it, I did want to bring up something that happened that is relevant to our co-host Matt Moyer, that in these comment sections about the piss image, there was some strange discourse about piss guys versus foot guys, which I've just become familiar with piss guys. Some people were arguing that, so Jordan's partner Amelia was apparently leaning into the whole piss guy fetish thing, and somebody said, "Oh, you're just trading foot guys for piss guys," and I was kind of like, is there really that different? I felt like the Venn diagram there is very overlapped personally, but
I don't know. So anyone else? Are you saying that feet guys are into piss also?
That's my impression, yeah. I mean,
I feel like they're very different fetishes. It would be really unfortunate if you were into both of those things.
Yeah, that's not think about it.
Jellyfish. Just think about when they sting you at the beach, the jellyfish, they say, that you got to piss on it's usually your foot,
usually
right?
Your foot, and you got to piss, yeah.
And that's totally not true either. So that's important. And this is, a piss conspiracy here that they want piss on their feet. These things are overlapping for a reason. The kinks, they don't come out of the shadows very often. People have to operate, in weird ways. That's where the jellyfish story came from.
I think this mythical co-fetish piss and foot guy is merely an imagining of big jellyfish. This guy can't exist. You can't just go about your day normally knowing that you're into both piss and feet. You can't hold down a job with that kind of wretched energy coming off of you. There's no way.
No, everybody's gonna see that. Everybody's gonna see that and smell that coming from a mile away.
Yeah. Because I feel like you can already sort of feel when someone has a latent piss guy energy or a latent foot guy energy. Imagine the red flags you would get from a piss foot guy. There's no way he's making it.
Like I said, the sirens, the what do you call them? The doomsday alarm. I don't know why I thought
yes.
Air raid sirens.
Yes, thank you. The air raid sirens.
I saw a post about a medium who said, I don't actually remember the context totally, but it was just about someone that said they were a medium and they felt this assaultive energy from somebody at their job, and I feel like that's exactly who it would have been. This is a piss foot guy. Would have been immediately
that's the thing. All of these spiritual people who claim that they're sensing auras or whatever, they're just sensing when someone's a foot guy in their area.
Or they're just smelling piss, a lot of piss. Just smells bad,
Yeah. I love the idea that that's what it is that these people just don't know how scents work, and they're just smelling people and you have a bad energy.
That is so funny to me. Someone just never really learned how to interpret smells very well, and they're just wow, that dude's aura is way off. And you're no, they just smell like piss, honey. It's...
Man, that Brian, his aura is it's got a strong coffee thing. It smells very almost orange. I don't know.
Oh, that's
amazing. Someone just gets perfume and takes a shower, and they're wow, are you going through a really good time in your life? Your aura is just so much nicer than it was yesterday.
Oh wow. Well, I think we definitely just cemented the episode name. I mean, after I think we talked for 20 minutes about piss, so there's no way we got to name it important moments in history.
I don't know. We could do like a hot 10 on we could bring Comeback or Drake.
Yeah.
Is that the Justin Timberlake song?
I don't know about you guys. I'm frequently doing a hot 10 on cum. I've really worked it out. Sometimes
kill me. I'll just spit my drink everywhere.
With like the right motivation, I can get it down to like a tight 5 on cum.
Tight 5 on cum.
It kills.
Oh God,
I believe that.
Please.
Well, I'm going to pivot here only because I just remembered how much I wanted to tell you guys about where I'm staying. Since the last time we talked, I was in Florida last time. I've traveled up to Nashville. I was supposed to go to Knoxville. We couldn't do that, so we stayed in Florida. Now we're in Nashville. We're staying in this Airbnb, and it is literally like the what is the word I'm looking for? The embodiment. Yeah, the epitome, the textbook definition of gentrification that I've ever experienced in my life. So first of all, we pull up to this place. Oh, I should note that on the Airbnb, they don't give you the actual address. And I'll show you the pictures of the outside. So you book it, then you get the address, right? And for the record, I mean, I'm going to complain for a little while, but it's fine. But I do think it's very funny because when you pull up, it's like this neighborhood is like got a hard line where there's like extremely brand new nice townhomes and then projects like across the street from each other. So it's like Nashville. I'm just like, bro, this is not a good look. But then so we pull up, we go into the Airbnb, and it is literally, it's a Project 8 housing that has been bought and HGTV'd up. Like, it's so strange to me, you guys. It's the weirdest shit. I'm just like, how do people do this without? It's like the lack of self-awareness is so strong. I don't even know how to handle it. Like, I mean, you can kind of see the background. Like, it's got some nice art and finishes and all that, but I'm just like, this is so wild to me. People, and I'm guessing in like 2 years this place will be gone and there'll be like a townhome like for hundreds of thousands of dollars here. I don't know what to make of this. This is bizarre to me.
Yeah, my neighborhood is like super gentrified too, and like the weirdest part is that like it's also extremely liberal. So like seeing Black Lives Matter signs in a super gentrified area is real cringe.
Yeah, it's like, do they to you though? Because it seems like maybe they don't.
Wait, what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We want them to be alive. We don't want them to necessarily be our problem where we have to make sure they have a place to live, but we want them to live, guys. Come on. I mean,
just not near me and my family, please. And my like crusty, weird little white dog. I would like them very far away, but safe, just not near me. I do love always the vibe of like the Section 8 like project housing that's been, like you said, HGTV'd up, because it does always remind me of like, I used to live in a really, really terrible, it was like a $350 a month apartment. There were 8 of us who lived there. It was just a big flop house, basically, a little 1-bedroom apartment with 8 roommates. But like every so often I would get the HGTV, like gentrify my own home spirit and do stuff like order peel and stick wallpaper to like fix it up. Like we've got one shared pan between 8 roommates, but by God, I'm gonna put little fairy lights above the window. It's a mood a little bit. I get it. But like on a larger scale, it's just a little depressing, I think.
Right. Yeah. If you have the power to not do that, to not actually make that, if you have the money to do what these people are doing, you shouldn't be doing that.
That's always the interesting part is like, the investment in this place, you could see, every corner was cut. You know what I'm saying? It just needs to look nice in pictures. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it's frustrating to me, but I'm, we've slept we slept pretty well. I've only seen like a couple of roaches, and I, let them out, and they're fine now. So I don't know. I had to bring it up because it just
the roaches.
Yeah, they're big. No, they're big. They probably were like, daddy, mommy or daddy roaches. I think
they're going cool to night school. They're getting like a trade certificate now, and they're doing really well. Thank you for helping them on their journey.
Well, sorry for digressing, but I just had to say it because there's so many. I don't know, man. It's just so many weird comparisons to me that I had to talk about it with somebody, and I don't have any friends. That's why I do the podcast, so people will talk to me.
That's why I'm here every week. That's why I'll never miss an episode. This is the only time where I have up to 5 people who are captive and must listen to me. And not only that, but they have to respond or else it's awkward.
Right. Well, one of us could storm out like a fucking Gallagher on that Mark Maron episode, or Gene Simmons on that Fresh Air episode. I think he stormed out on Terry Gross one time.
Hold on. Wait. No, are you saying Mark Maron stormed out on Terry Gross? Is that what you just said?
No. They seem to get along very well. No,
okay.
No, Gallagher stormed out on Mark Maron. Gene Simmons stormed out on Fresh Air.
Although sorry, now I want a situation where Mark Maron is storming out on Terry Gross.
Yeah.
What would make that happen? What would be their big disagreement?
God.
Terry Gross would just be like, so can you tell me more about stamps.com, Mark? And he'd be like, God damn it, fuck you.
I haven't done that for like 5 years. Come on. You know this.
We don't have underwriting in the private industry of podcasting, okay, Terry?
I do Pepsi ads now. I don't know why. It just happened.
Your Mark Maron impression is very good. We should take advantage of that.
Yeah, I'll work on it a little bit. I think it's easy if you have like sort of like if you're in this register and you just like get a little mad, I think you just kind of can do a Mark Maron.
It's a little grizzly, a little dried up, past middle age, just a touch. Yeah, that's Mark Maron for you.
Somewhere between 1 to 2 packs a day is, I think, where you need to be at for Mark Maron.
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to really like Mark Maron. I got the vibe from people that he's not to be liked anymore. Is that true?
What do you do?
I don't know if he did anything.
I think maybe it's just people got sick of him and decided he was cringe. I still find him like I'll listen to that what the fuck sometimes. I like it. Yeah. Enough. Sometimes he doesn't get things, and then he'll press people about things. His interview with Laura Jane Grace a few years ago, it wasn't great. Things like that. Like, but he kind of,
he's an old ass man. So
yeah.
He's not a dick. He's just old.
Right. Yeah. And he's trying, and I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing his best. You brought up like ads though, WM, and I started thinking about like podcast ads in general. And is there a reason that like every podcast has the same like 3 sponsors? It's like the Blue Chew dick pills, the purple mattress, and what's the other one? Squarespace. Yeah. Squarespace. It's like, do they? And it seems like such a. You know what? Putting them together, that makes sense because it's a website, a mattress, and a dick pill, which is just like, that is what podcasters are doing.
That's literally
we're online, we're sleeping.
Apartment.
Yeah. That's actually, you know what? My question's done. I answered it accidentally.
Yeah. And then they go to the
very
ones...
targeted and it makes sense.
Yeah. They go to the ones that they think might shave sometimes, and they're like, can you do a Harry's ad?
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
And you get the fourth pillar of the podcast ad.
This is important. We need to make a hierarchy meme of podcasts ads. What would be the top one? The Blue Chew or
I think Squarespace, but Blue Chew is funnier.
Yeah, yes. That's the one. That's it's my goal tip, for us. I think Squarespace is nice for those in a different realm than us, perhaps. I think Blue Chew is our one to shoot for. I think that's where we're at.
No, and if we could get any like whatchamacallit? What's the fucking gas station? I don't know what anything is, do I? Delta
Rhino Pill 9000 or Rhino Strength 9.
Just like the gas station Dick Pill. They're all different like brands and names. They're pretty generic, aren't they?
No, I think we could definitely get one of those. We could get like a Delta 8.
Yes.
Yeah, company. we could get Adam and Eve. That'd be great.
If we could sell dildos and fleshlights on our podcast, that would be so amazing.
Oh, for sure.
I would be
especially if they don't give you the script, if they let you like freeball it a little bit, that would be spectacular. We could make the whole podcast that. I'm imagining
that. I'm imagining us actually reading a script though, where we're just like having this conversation. They're like, so, hey guys, you know what I've been thinking about? That's right. The Ultra Silicon 3000 Dildon from Adam and Eve. I just tried it out last night and it is amazing.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, Phil specifically is our product tester for these. Nobody else.
Yeah, after like 10 episodes, he's like significantly more like worn down and tired because
but it's also weird because he won't let us test any of them. Like he's demanding that he's the only one that can test them. Like he won't give us the number of like the rep for the company. He's just like, no, it's fine, I got it, it's fine, don't worry about it.
I used to be on this podcast with this dude, and like it was awful. I hate it. Please don't look it up. But he would constantly, like every episode almost, he would talk about his fleshlight constantly, like all the time. He would always tell like this ridiculous it was supposed to be funny, but it wasn't. But he tried to get my other friend to use the same fleshlight. Like he left it at his house and was just like, use it, dude. It's great.
As you do normally, yeah.
Is that a normal? Do you trade sex toys with your friends? Does anybody do that?
Yeah, that's that classic thing that you do as pals, right?
Yeah.
I just leave mine in the glove compartment of the car, and it's free range. Whoever needs it, it's a long road trip. Go to town, buddy.
Yeah, borrow my car. Borrow my bullet rabbit. Double
my fucky sucky deluxe.
my Satisfier Womanizer Pro 2000. Just have at it. It's in the back. It's fine. We're like family. Don't even worry about it.
Of course, yeah. We don't worry about STDs. We don't have any of those. Like, probably.
Yeah. We're all taking ivermectin all the time. That deals with most of the STIs that you can get.
Most of them, but not all. But that's okay. What's life without a little danger? Am I right, baby?
Hey, antibiotics are easy to get these days. Just one urgent care visit, you're good.
That's right.
And now you don't even have to do that. I for everything that I do, not STD related. I feel like that needs to be clarified. For all of my non-STD antibiotic needs, I have like a weird teledoctor who I can just like call and be like, I'm sick. And he's like, what do you have? And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's this. And he's like, all right, what pharmacy do you use? And it's sketchy in a way that I like a lot. Because like I have like weird like kidney problems and stuff, just random shit. And he trusts me that I'm just like, yeah, it's my kidney. I don't need to like come in for a visit or anything. And he's like, all right, well, you probably need this kind of antibiotic for this long. If that doesn't work, call me back. And I think we should be doing more of our doctoring this way.
No, absolutely. I think I've learned that that's the actual secret of the entire healthcare industry, is that people expect to go to the doctor and like kind of tell them all this random shit, and they're going to like tell you the answer. But that's not how it works at all. In almost all cases where I've done those kind of things, I just do that over and over and over until I finally start to figure out what the fuck is actually wrong myself. And then I finally go back and I'm like, oh, so I have this problem and I need you to do this. Yeah. And they do it and I'm much happier. Because every time I'm like, I need your help, I need your professional opinion, they're like, well, you're probably just stressed out. You need to sleep. Or, some dumb shit. Like, they take a hands-off approach because they don't want to be liable for being wrong. That's the state of that. I guess that's really, it's not the secret of the health. It's the state of the healthcare industry is like, I don't want to be liable for your shit. So you tell me what's wrong. And that's great. We'll just go with that.
Ever since we put the body cams on the doctors, they're afraid to do their job.
Yeah, I will say I do enjoy that level of like I choose to spin it positively and just be like, they trust me to know my shit. Because especially with my kidney stuff, where it's been like 20 years that I've been dealing with it, like a lot of times I will, like if I go in, I have a doctor who's like, I don't know, we got to run some tests. Like I didn't regrow the other kidney since last time, so I think probably we're fine. Just write the script for some ciprofloxacin and let me go, pal. We're probably good, but like it is gotten pretty bad with just them sort of winging it a lot of the time. Like, yeah, let's try that and just hope for the best.
But at least you didn't have to piss in a cup, am I right?
That's true. That is my favorite part of teledoctoring is it's really hard to get the piss through the screen. So they just they gave up on that. I ruined a lot of iPhones before we got
They always still make me do it anyway, though.
Yeah. And it's weird because they don't have you send it to the lab. They just have you do it on like video chat and then go from there, right?
They're like, wow, that was hot.
I can see in the air. It's modern webcams. Actually, you can see. It doesn't look that good to you, but I can see every molecule from here, and I can slow it down and enhance.
It's just that your doctors are just piss guys, you guys, and I hate to tell you this. They just needed that piss video. They just got it for free from you, and they're like, sure, whatever you want. It sounds great.
It did seem weird when
opioid, here you go.
It did seem weird when he kept asking me to like take the video from different angles for him. Like when he asked me to do the urinalysis test from behind, I thought it was a little weird. But like, I don't have a PhD,
Yeah, make it look like you don't know the cameras. No, hold on. So what you got to do is try to make the camera come in. Do you have like a little wagon? So like a little wagon or like an RC car. Yeah. So
he's art directing it.
Yeah. It's like Martin Scorsese trying to direct your piss video.
He's having you do the Kubrick stare before the
Yeah, make it like you've never hated anything as much as you hate this piss you're taking. It disgusts you.
It's terrifying.
I disgust you.
This is actually why I got the ring light. I told you guys that it was for you guys and for the podcast, but I have some prescriptions I'm gonna need refilled real soon. So.
The doctor's like, good job, Justine. The lighting here from our last session, major upgrade. I'm gonna give you a 90-day supply this time, okay?
Yeah.
No more monthly refills for you.
I'm moving on up.
You look all nice for the podcast, and I'm just like, I have been drinking for like 3 days. I threw up on the bar last night.
Hell yeah!
I'm not trying at all.
At least you didn't piss on the bar though, so there is that.
No, I wish I did. I wish I did. And like, I threw up on the bar after taking a shot in front of people.
Oh.
But The guy that I was with still tried to have sex with me. So he's either extremely desperate or I am very funny and attractive.
I think it's the latter. But he could also be a puke guy, which we haven't. I don't think we have time to get into this episode.
Is puke the next thing?
Oh shit! New guy just dropped.
The puke enjoyer has entered the chat.
You should get in there and make some puke shirts.
Oh yeah.
I'm not ready, you guys. I'm not ready. You know, like some people have like a blood aversion. I think the puke is that for me. Like I have the puke. I'm like, I'm gonna have to be. That'll be my first episode I'm absent for. It's the puke.
The puke episode.
Understandable.
I'll try.
I don't Phil are competing for never missing an episode.
I don't even, I've never really liked puke as like a comedic device. Me
neither.
It's bad.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
No one wants to see it.
I'm not crazy about gross out humor. I feel like it's like low hanging fruit. Like it's not good.
Yeah, I mean,
it
can be well handled,
also,
but
it's I also love Jackass. Sorry.
We have a lot to say about this. I'm just saying our episode is a lot of gross out humor where we did for 51 minutes, but somebody else go now.
It was a contentious topic right there. We had to work it out amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna have a debate next in the bonus episode that we have. That's real, the real bonus episode.
This whole episode was just jockeying for position to be the first one to get a puke joke in.
Oh yeah, we did it.
Okay, I'm the one who puked, so I think I win.
You won that one.
Yeah,
Ashley committed to the
star, the gold
so like
for this episode.
Well, okay, so Tuesday, I went to an open mic and I bombed so hard that I saw God. So I started drinking, and then last night I had a show and I did really well, and I have a showcase next month, so I kept drinking in a celebratory way, and then I guess my body was just like, Ashley, you need to stop drinking, and I puked on a bar. I puked on the bar.
Sometimes that's the way you find out.
Yeah, I was just like, oh wait, I need to stop, probably. Okay, good to know.
And that's a graceful exit, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yep, I need to go. All right.
That's the real Irish goodbye, is just puking on the bar and silently walking away.
Yeah.
I tried to hide it too. Like I was just like, oh no, I didn't just do that in front of everybody.
When you say hide it, do you mean physically hide the puke? Did you just put a napkin on top of it? Like,
oh, you can do that. You can do that. You can use a flannel shirt if you're on the bus and it's 4th grade and you're going to the field trip and no one will listen to you that you need to get off the bus and not puke on the bus.
I'm gonna start taking flannels everywhere in case that ever happens again.
Yeah, just the ugly ones. Try to use other people's flannels.
Okay, ex-boyfriend flannels.
Yeah, that's what they're for.
Yeah.
This is not unrelated to the Brawny Man. He's a paper towel mascot and he wears flannel for a reason.
Yeah. That's why he's giving away all his paper towels. He's like, I don't fucking need this shit anymore. I got this. Yeah. And every time there's like a big like, pee mess, he can just, take off his flannel.
Well, we're getting close to an hour, you guys. It's been a pretty big episode about piss. Looking at some of the other show notes. Should we talk about Kanye West's new album Donda at all?
No.
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 I don't. Nope. I think we're good.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm glad we were able to agree on that. So
perfect.
Moving on. Oh, I guess Drake also has a new album coming out called Certified Lover Boy, which is not creepy at all.
That's a normal way for like a grown adult man to describe himself, I think, is as a certified lover boy. Yeah, we love that.
Well, he is. I mean, he's got that. He's now like permanently got the
oh god, the heart in his hairline.
The half a heart in his face.
Wait.
Apparently isn't growing back right because of COVID. Or ostensibly, it isn't growing back right because of COVID.
We got to go back again.
So Drake, in preparation for this, I guess for the marketing for this, like he put like a little heart shape in his
hair.
Cut it out with some clippers or something, right?
Yeah, he did it himself, I'm sure, because that's he has he's got to save his money
as a certified lover boy should.
Right.
DIY'd it. Okay.
You should know how to
Degrassi, that's how they do it on Degrassi when I don't know, I have no joke there, sorry.
Yeah, no, the episode where Jimmy defied odds to give himself his own haircut just in time for the dance from a wheelchair was
that classic episode.
Yeah. No, it's unforgettable.
So were you saying Drake had COVID and his hair wouldn't grow back because of it?
Yeah, supposedly. Oh. He's saying that's why it was.
That is definitely a lie. I'm 100%
not
convinced.
Science. That's not real.
He's made this up.
This is a hilarious story to me.
Yeah, it's very funny. It's makes the horrible merch even better, I think, just knowing that it's being like sold, but like because I can imagine him like peddling it like on the corner or whatever, just like trying to sell his own merch and saying like I'm Drake. Don't pay any attention to this.
That merch is so like offensive to me personally. It's so bad, like because. Not only is it just like designed poorly, where I don't actually know, and I've looked at these pictures over and over, I don't know if these are a front print or a back print. If they are a back print, as I'm suspecting, Certified Lover Boy is a tramp stamp.
It's a tramp stamp.
Like, on the back, which is something.
It's kind of a cute idea in theory, right?
Yeah.
But
executed very poorly.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then like the actual like content of the shirts, like what they say is so like this was being posted on Tumblr like 7 years ago by like a sad 14-year-old girl who like has a crush on someone in her math class, but like he doesn't like her back. It's literally stuff like something other than me has got to give. Which, like, tell me you're not seeing that on, like, a black and white photo of, like, a sad girl. Like, and I don't miss, let alone miss you. That one gets me.
That's buried in the hashtags.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's in the hashtags at the bottom. And that one specifically reminds me of like the swag, like snapback era of Tumblr. It's just so cringe, man. Like how old is Drake? Because goddamn, it's really bad.
He's my age, I think.
He's old enough.
30-something. Too old for that shit.
Yeah, old enough to know better, for sure. Oh no, what if he had one of his girlfriends design it?
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, one of his girlfriends designed it, and that's why it's like that. Makes sense.
He's like a year younger than me. He's 34.
Yeah.
About to be 35.
And you would never do that, I think.
I would like to think I wouldn't. I didn't,
Yeah. There is that. No one can take that from you.
Everything sounds good in your head until you put it on a t-shirt. I bet we could do that with some great lines from this podcast, and just all of us can just put one of our own takes from this show on the same style on the back of a t-shirt with the Succ as a tramp stamp. We should do
I'm going to do that specifically with Kim's The Taliban Are My Brothers and Sisters.
Mine's just going to say piss is hot right now or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about Drake anymore. I can't give him any. It sounded like a good story, but it's almost right in there with the Donda situation. I think we should just leave that there.
Trodden. Yeah, I think we covered it.
Our airtime is precious, and we don't owe it to these men.
It's true.
No, not at all.
Let's talk about some women and non-binary people that we hate.
Oh yes, of course. Representation matters, everybody on this show.
It's true. We're centering terrible female voices on this episode. The most repulsive women. We're going to be amplifying and supporting them.
Bad Twitter takes and
the woman-centric female-led narrative that I think I can get behind right now is I do have to say I don't think I can pronounce her name. It's Asha Rangappa. Please just kill me. I don't know. That's her name. I think
you did good.
That sounds pretty close. Yeah,
which is kind of off-brand. Normally, you've been kind of leaning into the non-pronunciations, so I don't know.
Nope.
Give it one more go. No.
Asha Ringrano. She. Please help me. Anyway, so she in like classic Twitter like blue check fashion. So obviously Texas or the Supreme Court upheld Texas' decision on the abortion ban, which is awful, and we hate that. But she decided that because every blue check liberal has these like terrible worm brains they can't get past, and so she's had to come to Twitter and just spew out like all caps like Bernie bros, you did this, and I've just never yeah man, we did that.
Somebody had to say it.
I think the best tweet I saw on the subject was like Chapo Trap House killed Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like that's why this happened. It was, and it makes no sense to me at all. Like Bernie bros have just done everything. They've killed my dog. They slept with my wife. It's getting really out of hand.
Set my house on fire. Gave me cancer.
Somebody did post another screenshot from this same thread about basically Bernie bros are the Taliban. Was that right?
Yeah. Someone, I think it was
what?
What's the actress's name? The one who looks like Jamie Lee Curtis but mean. Jane Lynch.
Oh yes. That's
Jane
a perfect comparison.
Jane Lynch said something that basically amounted to like, the Bernie bros are just like the Taliban. Like,
wait, earnestly?
Like in earnest. I can find, and it was such a like,
because that would be a really funny joke.
I had just, that's what I'm saying was like I had made a joke like 5 minutes ahead of time, like haha, Bernie bros did Afghanistan, and then I came across that take and I was like, oh, they literally think that.
Damn, the shit libs got Jane Lynch. Well, that probably happened somewhere during like season 3 of Glee.
Yeah, I was about to say
about it.
So it was originally Kathy Griffin, a name that I'm always looking forward to hearing in politics. I very excited to hear Kathy Griffin's take on the news of the day. But she said something that she's resentful towards Jill Stein, Gary Johnson, and Bernie or bust folks with their protest votes. And these smug assholes never admit they were wrong. # Roe v. Wade. And then Jane Lynch said, like the Taliban, they played the long game and were patient. Like,
what does that even mean?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like
the Taliban is at least they're winning, I guess you would say right now. But how are Bernie bros winning at all right now? Like they're not at all. Like
they don't exist. I forgot that they existed. You know, like I forgot that this was a thing that anyone ever talked about because a fucking million years of shit have happened since then.
Yeah, it does feel like that. Like Bernie Bros is kind of like a wistful bygone era, right? Like,
oh, you know what? I know what it is. It's basically liberals losing equals Bernie Bros winning. That's what this take is.
Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly
because that's what it always was, right? The Hillary or whatever, if they were losing, it was Bernie Bros' fault. That's what they're doing right now. And they're like, God damn it, these fucking Bernie Bros. I stubbed my toe. Fucking Bernie Bros.
That's exactly what it is.
Joe Biden is a hobbling, mindless husk, and it's because of Bernie Bros. It's because they stole his vigor.
Yeah.
That he had.
Bernie Bros broke into the White House and stole Joe Biden's Adderall for the week, and that's why he can't give a coherent speech on anything. It keeps happening week after week, and no one's stopping them.
Yeah, and that's why he's up there saying, I know that I've caused all the bad events of the world currently right now, basically. And I'm fumbling, but I'm going to just keep doing it. And that's, I wasn't wrong.
And then he's just going to go get a little ice cream.
Hey, this just in. Joe Biden still loves ice cream.
That man loves ice cream and talking about how good his dad is at driving a car. He loves that so much. Those are his favorite things. And also war crimes. It's a really neat little list that he's got.
Amazing.
He really upgraded from the corn pups.
Corn pop. I almost forgot. How could I forget? Well, hey, everyone out there in wonderful world, thanks for listening to another episode of The Succ. Make sure to check us out on all your favorite places to get podcasts. Like if you're listening on Apple Music, I've heard it's good if you review us on there. Say something really nice about us and give us 5 stars. That helps people find the show. But check out we have a Facebook group and all the other things like that. We'd love to have you guys in the mix. And, look for a new episode every Monday.
And we also just want to shout out Jay Pupa for our fucking amazing theme song that we love. And we hope you love it too. And if you don't,
it really does.
We don't care. We don't need you as a listener.
Why are you still here at this point if you don't feel that way? It's an hour into this show. You hate us and you're still listening? What the fuck?
Fan behavior. Go get a hobby.